the terrestrial grassland, and the cold desert. What do these two biomes have in common? Some might say nothing, but let's take a closer look. The cold desert, otherwise known as the temperate desert, is found between 50 degrees north and 50 degrees south, but is not found around the equator between 15 degrees north and 15 degrees south. The cold air of this climate can hold very little moisture, therefore the average rainfall is extremely low, falling at 100 milliliters a year on average. The pinkish color on this map represents terrestrial grasslands. As you can see, they border many cold deserts and have the same latitudes. Despite the similarity in latitude of the two biomes, precipitation is very different. While the cold desert gets next to no rain, the terrestrial grassland has on average 10 to 30 inches a year. Both the terrestrial grassland and the cold desert get huge amounts of sunlight due to lack of tree cover. The terrestrial grassland is also very productive. 98% of terrestrial grassland is used for farming by the USA. Unfortunately, the cold desert can't be used for the same purposes because of the harsh climate and constant snow cover. The plant you see here is Mormon tea. This plant appears to be leafless, but actually has tiny leaves at each of the nodes. These leaves are tiny because the plant is avoiding water loss in its arid, cold desert climate. Other plants in this biome include sunflowers and sagebrush. Animals living in this biome include the kangaroo rat, the majestic bison, and the snow fox. The snow fox adapts to its environment by using its acute senses to dive down into the snow to capture mice as food. Oddly enough, the snow fox can only catch meals while facing north. Scientists now believe that this is because the snow fox uses the magnetic center of the Earth to calculate its trajectory while it dives. In the terrestrial grassland, there are many fun activities such as building snowmen, making snow angels, going rock climbing, and riding some bison. If you're in the Great Plains, you could visit Mount Rushmore, a tribute to America's greatest presidents. Biomes adjacent to the cold desert and terrestrial grassland include the tropical desert, boreal forest, and temperate forest. Plan on going to either of these biomes? You'll need two very different sets of gear. For the cold desert, you're going to have to remember snow pants, a warm jacket, and make sure you bring your snow mitts. In the terrestrial grassland, you're going to want to have a hat to protect you from the sun and an explorer jacket to protect you from bugs like ticks. If you're going to the cold desert, you're going to want to be wearing the warmest pair of mittens available. Frostbite can strike at any time, so be prepared. Another major threat is the bison. Normally, they're fairly docile, but when angered, they turn into one-ton killing machines. Watch as it brutally maims this helpless, innocent trampoline. The violence goes on and on as the bison full-on tramples this innocent being. Two endangered species of these biomes are the narwhal and the bison. The bison is endangered because of overhunting. Hunters value their horn, their skin, and their meat, and so have hunted them almost to extinction. The upcoming weather forecast for both of these areas is sun, sun, and more sun. It's basically all they get. To prepare for this weather, bring some trail mix for energy and pack some sunscreen because no matter how cold you think it is, you can still get burned.